Oh, you know that sound. We are back. Season 2, baby! Well, let's not pretend we don't know what System is. And if you don't know, then welcome. The System is a series where you guys send me your work and I leave my honest critique and opinion on them. Season 1 was pretty dope. You can see the highlights in the eye in the corner. I do recommend it. Hilarious video. I laughed out my guts in the editing room as well. But this time in Season 2, I'm accepting all submissions and we have 127 of them. God have mercy on my soul. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the random number generator, and it looks disgusting, but it'll do for our means, because I only have time for 30-ish submissions. So how many numbers we want? 35. Minimum value 1, maximum value 127. Do not allow duplicate entries and calculate. That's it. These will be our numbers. You can take a look at them, pause the video, because I won't be showing them, because that's kind of boring to be fair. Important message. Stick to the end of this video, because there's an important poll I want you to fill at the end. Click the eye in the corner for more information. But seriously, wait till the end. I can start reacting through these. If you want to make an appearance in the next episode, the submission link is in the description already. You'll be directed to this poll, just fill in the information and send your stuff to me. Now on a side tangent, I just want to say that it feels good wearing my System shirt again for the special occasion. Let the System play. You can also find it in the description, but we're not here because of that. And he put on my ping headphones. Oh man, best choice ever, I'm telling you. That was way better than my first intro attempt. And here, you can see a wild sharpwind in their natural habitat, behind their failed attempt of a gaming chair. So the first number on my list is 12. First submission, Season 2, B&M Brandon, some numbers YT again. His work is copyrighted, so we gotta get the mute. Wanna say something about the work? I just came back with Season 2, and this is the first thing I get. SMH. So, FNAF. First thing I see is lighting. It's very dull and I can see the SSAO and shadows going crazy. You might want to set up some custom lighting for that, which you probably have, but I recommend you use the 3-point lighting setup as well as light the background as well, because I can see the shadows going crazy and it kind of makes the shot look ugly. The colors are also pretty worn out, blue, dull, uninterested, you know what I mean? Basically, color correction, lighting. You could use multiple parts of the rig as well, overlap the body parts. I can't take too long for each thing. Also, yeah, the face could be moved more. You know, it's basically smaller tweaks like that. The next number, which is 78. Weckley. Used to be spelled Weckley, but now he let me know that you should say Weckley with a K. Oh yeah, one rule. If I do encounter a meme in this, and we all know I do not do memes in this, or a broken link, I'm just gonna go one number forwards and see that instead. So we actually do end up having 35 submissions. You wanna say something about the work? Yes. A lot of blank spaces. Change my mind? No. I wasn't ready. I found this picture in my gallery. You don't have to submit just because the link is up. I can see why you weren't ready, because the lighting is kind of pretty bad. I mean, the colors mostly. The shadows are too saturated and they're not smooth enough. I don't know what I was gonna say that. It needs ambient lighting, because it's either lit or just a simple shade of shadow. Maybe posing as well, tilt the camera sideways, maybe zoom in on them more, because you just cut out the edge of their legs and it just kind of makes it feel like you don't know what you're doing with the shot. Either show their entire bodies or just zoom in on the upper part so it's cut proportionally, not just, you just cut off the edge and it feels wrong. Number 6, Sony Sonic. We did not talk about Sony Sonic, at least not the first design. I am the best animator in the cosmos. Please worship me for my work. Also subscribe to T-Series. I want to skip this submission. Can I skip submissions? I can just say it wasn't on the number generator and just edit the footage. Okay, this is a long idle shot without any action. Makes it uninteresting. Everything is very slow, no idle motion. Best animator in the cosmos. High resolution Did you make this on purpose to make it look bad on purpose? Oh no, I'm actually rude right now. A lot of things just do not add up. I have a video with do's and don'ts on mine-imator, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Click the eye in the corner, I recommend it. Small tips to get started. Next we have number 36, and it is the mine-imator. Wait, what? About your no homo videos, and I used your voice. I do not regret, just don't kill me. What? I heard no homo, I like it. I am disappointed. You did not say no homo. Where's the no homo? I can't believe I'm skipping this submission. Oh yeah, I remember this. System moments. Stiff motion. Move the arms more. Make them blink. Sink the mouth and stuff. It kind of feels awkward, and this doesn't feel natural, you know what I mean? I do recommend you stand up and act it out. What do you do? How do you move? Something's in my eye again. Ah, it's a curse of the system. Ooh, that wasn't me. You didn't hear that. 71. Oh jeez. Doodly-doo, gouging out eyeballs. Doodly-doo, gonna find your family. Doodly-doo. Mom, pick me up, I'm scared. I'm pretty sure that it's Dusk. And it's funny because me and Dusk were just in a call. I said, I have 127 submissions. She's like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna be accepted. And I guess this is just destiny. Death. Yeah, it's definitely Dusk. out. I love the fact there's a lot of body parts moving, and of course the overlap with the body. She seems realistic, and as far as the mouths move differently, it looks like an animatronic. I personally don't like FNAF, but I do appreciate good animation, so my word. This maybe is kind of awkward because she actually moves like a cartoon and not much like an actual person, and these shots when she just bounces around the corners, it's well animated. Maybe some of the conversational motion here is off, but you know, let's leave that. I always want to put up my headphones, I just love them so much. Pink power. 26. Craft. You should watch the last couple of minutes because I started in May, finished in June. I get the feel, man. Divided 4 has been in the making for 2 years, and the beginning is not as good as the ending, so I get it.
Félicitations!
What? I've seen this person before speaking French with the cooking show. A bushy biscuit. I remember that. I shouldn't be making fun of it though. Overlapping action, idle motion. It's kind of slow and it takes a long time. You know, it's not really defined. Move them more. Okay, one more tip. Maybe you should stop doing drugs. Oh my god, man. Next up, we have, oh, the holy number. Hashtag 69. Marty animation. You are gonna get nothing but positive feedback because of the number you submitted as. Call it luck, I call it destiny. And another, and okay. Grammar, man. Yeah, it doesn't matter. 69, yeah. It's copyright, so I just had to mute. Okay. Man, I'm gonna give some opinion and stuff, but it's 69. I'm not a fan of the whole furry thing. Do not use idle motion, move multiple body parts. As she adjusts her mask, like move her body and head down, animate other body parts as well. Also, maybe set up some custom night lighting. There's no audio. Why am I putting on headphones? I just love them too much. No homo. 34, yeah. We would say it as 4 and 30 in our language, so I always get those mixed up, and it's hard for me to say numbers. We got a submission from mine-imator, the animator. Super short memes. Funny as hell. Watch till the end or I'll eat your babies. I do not have babies, therefore this doesn't scare me. Best Minecraft intro I've created. God tier. This doesn't feel like God tier. You know, it's all extended and... But I'm talking about this posing here. It's kind of very slow and it's all straight. He just did this, something unnatural. I don't even know how to describe this motion. And this sword clipped his arms. He was trying to avoid it. He just got stabbed as well. Just watch this. Okay, I'm not really too much of a fan. Only the leg was moving. See, he fell down and only the leg was moving. Everything was completely still. That's not how it works. If the foot falls down, the body would whip. Watch my face. I'm moving the foot down. I wiggled, body wiggles, arms relax, the other foot moves slightly, head tilts back down, you know? You gotta move everything. Next up, number 44, Flames, the meme lord. Hopefully you got more memes for me. I wasn't supposed to say that, it's a system. It's a rig I'm working on, don't send memes. Let's see, okay. The rig looks fine, but you could have used a different background, because I can barely distinguish when the rig ends, where the background starts. Extrusions, layers, but this still looks okay, the rig is fine. These pants might be something hard to animate, maybe add some extrusions on the pants still, and the body, at least the buttons and stuff. I know bendable extrusions are kind of a weird thing in mine-imator, but you could add something to the body because it's flat. Otherwise, this is pretty okay. We have 107. 107. Yellows. It's NSFW. Joke notes, an old collab entry thing, but I'm pretty proud of it. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think I've seen this. I've seen this before, but in some other collab. Mainly, what I can say, of course, is some lighting. You said you didn't work on it, so I'm guessing you didn't get to the lighting yet, but at least overlapping action, that is for sure, because all the body parts moving and stopping at once. 72. Ataya Rabani. In the PNG style, this sucks _XD. Just overuse the bleed. Oh, geez. You don't need other softwares. You can make amazing things in mine-imator alone. But if you overuse bleed, I don't know what to do. Hold on. Cover your eyes. Cover your eyes as you're seeing this. It's all washed out. The color's completely white. And the fringe is way too strong. I like the composition thing. Maybe he's a bit too close to the edge. Give him some space still. But mainly it's the colors. 57. Ilyas bin Mustafa. This is video how to dance. Get some dance lessons. Okay, so these are repetitive. It seems like you only copied 2 keyframes and just animate between those 2. Do not do that. Do not copy paste keyframes because then it's repetitive. This guy, I'm pretty sure, would trip back on his back. There's no real balance here, no overlap. You gotta put in more effort if you want good results. I don't see this functioning as a dance. This is... Oh, it's a floss. No, I'm done with this. We don't floss in the system. Sorry, table. No homo. 102 golden animations with a YouTube link. It's one of my best, and I need criticism, Dad. I didn't know I have kids. There's so many references to System 1. Okay, idle motion. Out of the blue, idle motion. I can see that. The head moves and then it stops. and then nothing is moving at all. Even though it's linear, but this is a robot, so linear is tolerated. So linear movement, but everything is moving, and then he stops and just doing... That's my problem here. Something. Give him some idle motion. Do not keep him entirely still. 95. The one who you ruined his entire life by misspelling his name. Rawami. It's French, not Russian. I said with a Russian accent because I'm Slavic. I can't help it. I don't know what French sounds like. I don't know how to say this in French. Woo! I repent my sins. Father, forgive me. I mean, I do like the edits, the lighting, because you can tell what's going on, the edit and the blur and stuff. You can see the background. There's not really much to comment on. It's just a guy in the background. We gotta clear something out. I said I do not approve memes in the system. But there's different approaches to memes. I don't approve the kinds of memes which are literally just shitposts. But I do approve memes like this, because you can actually give criticism on this meme. It actually functions as a wallpaper. It is completely pointless and it's made to look funny and stuff. But there is actual execution in this. You can actually give criticism to these kinds of memes. Or if someone says, eat bean, and everything is deep fried, then there's nothing you can say to that, you know what I mean? Those are the kinds of memes I do not approve on the system. So if it's something like this, I'll still take it. 23, I am finally 12. Okay, you can join my Discord server within a year. Join the server, it's completely fun, but you gotta wait for 1 year. You can tell me, Red One, I love you and don't worry, I will say no homo, goodbye, no homo. Okay, we good. Okay, this image is screaming at me. I feel attacked. All these colors, all the brightness, all the... Keep it easy with the effects, man. The laser is way too strong. The saturation is pumped up all the way up. The effects are meant for slight tweaking, not do this. 77. End productions. I love Romania. Hi, I'm guessing you're Romanian. And if not, you got it wrong. I'm not Romanian. I'm Slovenian. All right. First off, you could use some lighting, position a few spotlights or something, because this is all one tone. Also, you could use some transitions with the legs, move other body parts move as well. I can see the torch here, so the torch would be casting light from this area, so a point light would be welcome. Number 10, Zach's stick nodes. I spent 3 hours on this. Depends on how long it is, because in 3 hours, I make about 4 seconds of animation. So if this is longer than 4 seconds, you're too fast, buddy. 3 seconds, okay, I'll take it. You need to get rid of the watermark. There's a lot of cube action in this, and I can see why it took you 3 hours, because there's a lot of cubes in this. This looks pretty cool. It's satisfying. The animation is not the best, but this effect, it is satisfying. Look at this. Ooh, I could watch this all day. You do know you could simulate the same effect by using particle spawners, right? You would not get satisfying results like this. You can feel the mosh, you know? 24, Mr. Oak. Have you ever heard of Sharpwind? Legend says that he had the ability to manipulate the laws of physics and move objects with his mind. Legend claimed that he was the first animator in existence. People believe he is animation himself. That's a cool description, I can go with that. I thought I was gonna see Sharpwind manipulating objects because of the description, that's why I read it. Maybe there's too much layers because it goes from white, yellow, orange, red in a very small space. I don't know, I can see the edges on the blocks. It feels kind of weird because this face is very black, the otherwise are white. I know mine-imator does these things by itself, but you could position some spotlights to try to fix these errors here. I do like the whole glow and color burn thing you did here though, that's good. Sion, the council will see you soon. What have I done? Okay, there was definitely effort with the steps. They still look funky, but I'm not gonna say anything because you're going the right direction. I can see a lot of effort in the steps and stuff. This jump seems kind of slow and he just goes up. He needs to take off before going upwards. You just move the body and extend the legs at the same time. Don't do that. Creeper! Oh man. There are cinematic effects in this. Mainly practice. I can see you do give a lot of time for the details, such as looking around, making sure the steps are nice. And it still looks somewhat sloppy now because you're still practicing, but you're going the right direction. Keep doing this. This is the right way of animating. Details do matter. Remember that, guys. 43. Cubic Ralza with another render. No copyright. Oh, that looks like a clean render. I don't know what the background is doing because I'm not sure. Looks like Z glitching, but if it's intentional, then okay. Because I know it's mine-imator, I kind of question the Z glitching first. You can see the edges. You can definitely tell what this is. You can see the character even though it's dark, so that's lighting executed the right way. 51. Pins. Rate my render in this space. I don't know. This is like a sepia effect. Sepia filter. I'm assuming he's supposed to look at his watch, so maybe bend it more so at his face like I'm doing right now. I'm looking at the time right now. And the pupils should be looking down, so maybe adjust the whole thing with the watch. Otherwise, the focus is okay. I do not like the glowing sign because it's supposed to be an old time image. It's the only thing on the image which has color separated to the filter. it kind of stands out way more than the character. 87. Ravenesia. Also, thank you for teaching me how to use mine-imator for a year. Love you, man, no homo, and I hope more people like you know your channel, specifically in the Minecraft and Minecraft animation community. That is wholesome. You've cranked up the spotlight range all the way up, because I can see the glowing edges on everything. Lower spotlight ranges, and the background needs some form of lighting as well, because all the trees are one tone. I can see the glow being used here, the glowing surfaces. Maybe the camera could center them more, because they're all positioned on the upper right corner. There's a bunch of awkward space here with nothing. It looks badass. I like the Oblivion Trident in there. That's cool. 16. Merloon GA. I bet this is funny to watch, because I don't pronounce a single name correctly. This animation is more or less. More or less what? I don't need sleep, I need answers. You need some transitions, and the head is locked with the body. When you're walking, your head should be looking at a certain point. So when the body wiggles, I'm always looking at the same point. If your character is doing this, also, you need some transitions. Linear, doesn't cut it. Don't use linear. Yeah. Linear, tempo, practice mostly. 39. Rotares. Well, this is my first animation project and I have a lot more to learn, but I made this video in only 1 week without any animation knowledge, so I can be excused, right? Nobody is safe in the system. Good morning, sunshine. Okay, some ambient lighting would be in place here. Those are long shots. I'm gonna put this down a bit. Okay, some idle motion, still transitions, facial movements, idle motion, and nobody does this, really. One body part affects the other, so if the head moves, the body should move as well, and the legs and stuff. Iron Fan. Oh no, that need more move, but take a look. This is the Excalibur camera movement. The glow could be more intense in the middle, it was just one tone. Well, what's going on? This glow needs more white in the center. It should be more intense. Everything is really slow. I honestly don't know what's going on. Oh, this effect looks nice because it's only visible on him. It seems like it's glitching. I can see the edge of the map. There's no lighting. Motion is somewhat stiff. Practice these things. 5T. Scientist Kid. How's the camera effects? By the way, it's fully mine-imator. I'm guessing this guy's gonna make me question the software. Okay. Now I can tell it's mine-imator. So maybe this motion is kind of stiff and soft as he runs. He should be bobbing up and down, make it a bit more faster and intense. It's a running cycle still. He's just sliding through it, you know what I mean? And it's kind of slow. This turn was equal and smooth. It should be more intense and bam, it's some, you know, it needs more intensity at some parts. It was a twist and a kick. They should be pushing, rotating, and kicking. You need some intensity in the moves. 122, Dragon Pixel. So big thanks to Redwoods for helping me with this. It's a remake of my first ever wallpaper. The original first. So this is the first ever wallpaper. This thing. No comment on this one because I'm supposed to critique this one. Oh, ooh, wow, big improvement. I love the way this golem looks like and the light ray thing. I'm not a fan of these dots on the screen because I don't know what they are. You positioned a spotlight to shine on this place as well as the light ray. So the light ray is actually represented with actual light. I like the way the vines bend. Again, glowing edges, but I don't know how you would fix it in mine-imator. Maybe Photoshop or something. But as far as mine-imator goes, this is pretty good. 79. Clay, you will regret this. Man, I swear, if this is a meme, I do not approve memes. Oh. I don't know if I should click the play button now or not. What's up, guys? Sharpwind here. Now, don't want to be that person who goes like, how to make moves. Oh, it's this thing! I've seen this before! As far as the female model goes, the model is actually pretty damn cool. But why would you put it in a Minecraft character? Okay, this face just cuts it all. No. The Gaming Flood Kid. Also, if you're using this as a profile picture, the background could be black because it doesn't really matter. But as far as the lighting, the character needs to be visible. So set up some light so the character is bright and you can see the character well. Also, this glow is kind of hiding half of his face, so the glow doesn't work here. Also, maybe set up a custom pose. So he's standing like this. Relax the pose, move the arms outwards a bit, relax them a bit more. Lighting, no glow, pose. 49, Pongo, which is apparently pronounced Ponwigo. Why are intros so popular? Okay, so this is stiff. He's not moving up and down, he's only looking in one direction and it's kind of slow. You need to tweak your walking cycle. Some things are very stiff, such as he threw these. There's no intensity, as I said before. Ambient lighting as well. I can see you only have one light source, which is the sun in this case, and the ambient lights are nowhere to be seen. They'll come with time. There's nothing specifically I can say about this. 35, Genju, streamable. Wait, what? Love you no homo. Hold on, I think this link is gonna be broken. You sent me a general link to Streamable. It's not your video, it's just Streamable as the platform. So it happened for the first time. I'm moving one submission forwards. Mine-imator, we've seen this before.
2 hours later.
FC Princess X. It's Gacha Life if that's okay. Huh. Gacha Life. Okay, depends on how much animation there is in there, actually. Yeah, that's not animation, I'm sorry. There's not really much I can criticize on that, because all the assets are pretty much provided by the website. It's not really much I can say, sorry. Gacha Life kind of doesn't cut it. So, moving on to Iceman with a very weird link. The shared link has expired. Ah, man. Okay. Trial and error, I guess. Just go forward. We've seen this guy before. Ninjamation. This guy has never failed with his submissions. They always seem to work. I tried to recreate a sword running cycle that is based off a game. Right, I'm seeing it. I could totally see this character in a video. This is actually pretty cool. So it's not too realistic by itself, but I can see this in a video game. As far as realism goes, I wouldn't say it's too good, but as far as the recreation goes, you did a pretty good job. Let's not talk about the lighting here, because that's not the point of this video. But I do like the way this moves. Insanity Productions with a YouTube link. Yes, copyright. Oh my god. Союз наших мир республик свободных. Special place in my heart. I'm not Russian. It sounds such a good ambience with the anthem and stuff, but then it's not available, man. Husk! I spit on my keyboard, I'm so sorry. This knucklehead? Yeah, so its head have a gore in it, and yeah, that sentence just broke my brain. Zach Plays Gaming. You guys are getting lucky because the other people don't know how to submit a working link. I can just say at the start, okay, so this is based on my advice. If I criticize this, I'm criticizing myself, pretty much. Oh god. Idle motion. If you take my advice, idle motion is definitely something I advise a lot. Once one body part moves, the others need to do the same. So if you lift your arm, the body is going to react. Also, some lighting, this. That thing is not glowing. Ah, the lightning, yeah, I can see the lightning. This thing is not glowing. This cylinder could have some glow, maybe brought down or something. This texture could be spinning, I guess. As for the emotion, you should practice a bit. I'm starting to feel burn in my throat from all the yelling in the system. I forgot how intense these episodes are to record. Lysander mixers or Lysander mixers, I still don't know. Me and Maple tried at some episode. It's a render I made in 5 minutes, just kidding. The lighting is pretty clean. The shadows work fine. It's a diffused lighting. I like the lighting. The glow is somewhat unneeded here. If it was purple, I could say, okay, it's enchanted. If you're saying it's a glint, then that's not it, because the glint will only be glowing on one side, not both of them. And the fringe is a bit too strong. The camera angle is okay. Maybe it could be closer to the girl, so we don't have all these random blank space outside. Lens CS. Hey Sharp, I'm 12 years old, and this is my first submission to the system, and warning, there is a jump scare. Loud noise again. Thank you. This is what I mean. Heads up. I want to break these headphones as well, because the last ones got broken by a jump scare. Also, I'm a huge fan. Glad you made it in. Hope you enjoy the reaction. This video is private. If you want me to see the video, you gotta put it as unlisted. Private videos are only visible by you. Unlisted videos are visible by anybody with a link. If you still want a reaction, you can send it to my Discord DMs. This is my Discord tag. Because I feel bad for you. You're all excited and stuff, and now I just don't get the reaction. Send it to my Discord later. I will make a reaction on it. Mine-imator. First test at pixel art. I do like pixel art. Nice. Well, I don't know what it is because I don't recognize it, but I see it's some creature. Maybe it's too fat, because I would not get intimidated by something which literally has a beer belly. I like the shading on this. Have the legs be a bit longer, because the belly just seems to be going all the way down to this point, which kind of makes it a bit off. Cut these short a bit and have the legs be a bit longer instead. 110, literally the next submission. This is the last one by Candy the Puppy. What you gotta say? Finally in! Wait, is this a low frame rate? If I just crank up the speed a bit. Okay, so the lighting looks pretty cool with the fog and stuff. So far, looks pretty okay. Is this Blender? This is Blender. I can see the crane and the rigs. This is probably Blender. Okay, this guy walking. Maybe walk cycle is kind of stiff. I like the teleportation effects and stuff. It does have cinematic elements because the camera is shifting perspective. Oh, VR. Oh yeah, I got scared by the VR. Oh, it's this guy! Oh, nice. The animation, the motion itself isn't too special in any way, but I do like the lighting and like all the cinematic elements, such as mainly the camera language as it was moving down. Like, as the characters were in a low state, you show them from above. And also, all these shots, you subconsciously see there's something about the animation that sticks out. And even this at the end, which is more story-focused, this guy is actually the bad guy. It just triggers some emotion, like, oh, that's a twist. And even though the motion is not executed at its finest, you can see some something about this sticks out, like, oh yeah, there's something about this animation that is good. Practice on the motion, but this is good. Now guys, that is it for the System Season 2. Hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely did, but these episodes are intense. Like, the room is super hot. I closed the window so the neighbors don't complain. Also, my throat is starting to hurt from all the yelling. So it would help me out if you guys click the like button if you enjoyed, and maybe click the bell for more content like this, because I'll be doing System Season 2 now. And if you want to get in, hey, the link is still in the description. Click it, fill the form, send your stuff to me. Now, I told you to wait at the beginning of the video because I have a poll at the end. I'm going to have a special guest in the next episode of the system. I want you guys to tell me, do you want it to be A, Brackish Maple, B, Dusk Star, or C, Flames? Click the eye in the corner, give me a vote, and I'll bring them in the next episode of the system. I hope you had fun. I love your enthusiasm in all of these replies. I love making these reactions if I know you guys are engaged. Definitely means a lot to me, plus it's fun to make these videos. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Stay sharp.